Hey everyone, this is Kevin Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. And today we are unboxing something that I have been looking forward to for a while. It is Amadeus, the theatrical cut. Now, Amadeus is my favorite movie of all time. This, in my opinion, is just how good movies can be when it comes to writing, art, editing, pacing, characterization, and just how it builds and builds to the very memorable ending. Everything about this movie is pretty much sheer perfection as far as I'm concerned. Now, you might have noticed this is a theatrical cut. That's because for the longest time, we have been watching the director's cut on Blu-ray and digital and things like that. Now, I have no issues with the director's cut. I actually think there is at least one scene that was added that added some much needed context to something that felt a little off in the theatrical cut. But that being said, it is nice to have the theatrical cut because the other scenes that were added were not as important and made a 2.5-hour movie basically 3 hours. Probably didn't need to. And of course, one of the Oscars this movie won for editing. So, this is the version of the movie that won the editing award, not the other one. So as you can see, there's a little bit of shine and gloss in the cover. I love that. And the Oscar, like everything that's golden shines. I just love that. It looks really cool. There's a little bit of shine in the back, not as much though. I love this quote: about as close to perfection as movies get. There is a making of the masterpiece, 40 years of Amadeus, as well as another making of Amadeus. To my knowledge, this is nowhere near close to the special features that were in the Blu-ray of the director's cut. So if you want to keep those special features as well as the director's cut, I suppose, you're gonna have to keep that Blu-ray. You may also notice that the theatrical cut of the movie is rated PG, whereas the director's cut of the movie is rated R. Now, this original theatrical version of Amadeus was digitally restored in 4K in 2024 by the Academy Film Archive and the Saul Zaitz Company restoration, funding provided by Tetro Della Pace Films, as well as the George Lucas Foundation. So that's pretty cool. Now, of course, you take the cardboard off and, you get the same cover, but without the gloss and the shine. So the cardboard sleeve is definitely really cool. And, on the back, pretty standard stuff. The information's moved around a little bit. Now let's look and see if they do something special with the disc art. I would love to see maybe on one disc. Actually, there is only going to be one disc, so I'm kind of curious whether they would put Salieri on the disc, whether they would put Mozart on the disc, whether it'll just be a black disc. Boy, this is not as easy to Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sometimes you got to start at the bottom to get your way to the top. Oh, let's do that. Take that away. Unboxing, and well, it is just, let me pull this away. It is just a black disc. However, if you look a little closely, they do have some of the art design, the glow, put on the disc itself. So they do kind of try to replicate that. They want to make clear that this is the theatrical cut, probably because they don't want any letters like, well, why is it missing this scene? Why is it missing that scene? So I totally get that. So that is the 4K edition of Amadeus. I am so happy to have this one in there. And by the way, I am going to give away the digital code this time. So if you stay till the end, aside from giving me a like, which would be very appreciated, one of you can claim this. You just simply reclaim this code at the website you see there. If you pause it, maybe you can scan this thing. The first one to do so will get a digital copy. I already have a digital copy of the director's cut, so I don't feel like I need the digital copy for the theatrical cut. I'll just watch the disc. But yeah, there you go. You get to claim this if you can claim it in time. This is something that I do once in a while for unboxing for movies that I already have. So that's one of the reasons why I always encourage people to stay near the end, although I do try to be transparent when I'm not giving them away. But I would definitely recommend buying this, but for one lucky winner, you will get a digital copy for free if you redeem it in time. Otherwise, I would love to know what you think of this movie, what you think of this disc. It's interesting that Salieri is not anywhere on the cover, although I guess, well, I don't want to spoil anything. But so there you go. Do you like this movie? If not, I'd really like to know why. Are you going to get this edition? Are you disappointed that the director's cut isn't on there? I don't know why they couldn't put both versions on there, but whatever. I'd love to know, so comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and I'll see you at the movies. Take care. Hey, you made it to the end. Thank you so much for making it to the end. Just a few more things. First of all, the names that you see on the screen, these are our Patreon and YouTube member supporters. And I thank each and every one of them. Their support helps me make exclusive videos for Patreon and YouTube members, as well as keep the channel running. And of course, is just of huge kindness to me. Also, don't forget to check out the iCritic-led podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, Deezer, whatever podcasting service you listen to. It is there. We definitely want to see you there. And hey, there's also other videos that you can check out. So, check out these other channels, these other videos, especially that one. I think that's a really good one.